Old RC's been out here industriing all day. Cut. Those tires I'm going to get out of the back of here, and we're going to go put them in the shed back here since I made some room after the yard sale. Let's just fill it back up again, you know. That ain't the problem. Let's pull these new spark plug wires off here. Man, them things are... They're snapping on there real good. You say you don't know where Rick's rusty Chinese camshaft in there with Chinese metal lifters and all. I mean, it's just... That stupid air compressor, that thing kicks on every time I'm recording. Welcome to RCindustry. Well, I'm a shade tree fix-it man. I need all the helping hands I can get. Well, hey, it's Rick here, and you know I'm procrastinating on this, pulling this apart, because first of all, I don't want to put a Chinese camshaft in there with Chinese metal lifters and all. I mean, it's just, I don't want to do that. So one of you said, hey, why don't you pull that lifter push rod? Yeah, push rod. Why don't you pull that push rod out of there and make sure that ain't bent? Because, you know, this thing was sitting a while. That old exhaust valve could have been stuck, and, you know, we went through this back and forth, and you know, you got a really good argument there, and since I'm really not wanting to put a cam in this, I think we'll pull that valve cover back off over here, and let's pull the push rod out of the number 2 exhaust valve, and let's see if it's bent. Show you more. You know, it's pretty amazing when you think about how this all works, because you know, you can't even set the vacuum on adjustments on the carburetor when this thing's not letting the exhaust go out, because the cylinder's charged, and when the intake opens back up, it's still got pressure in it, and it pushes backwards through the intake manifold and up through the carburetor, and you know, it's just it's pretty wild how all that works when things ain't working right. Let's pull that off here too. So anyway, you know, just saying, I think things like that are pretty cool to think about. So let's pull these new spark plug wires off here. Man, them things are, they're snapping on there real good. Oh gosh. Put that up over there. And let's see here. I don't know, what is that, 1/2 inch? I don't know. No, it must be 7/16. Why didn't you tell me that's what size it was? Oh. Yep, let's get that loosened up there a little. Oh yeah, she ain't tight. She's not tight at all. Get this one on there, loosened up a little. Alright. Let's get this up out of the way there too. You know. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. There just ain't no real good place for you guys to get down in here and see what's going on. So, what size is that? Is that about a... What is that, a 5/8? Oops, that ain't the one I want to take off, but it should be the same size. Let's see here. Dry rotted hoses here. Next thing that'll break. You know, I'll just take this off of here, just for grins. Oh, she don't want to come off there at all. You know, that thing's real clean underneath this thing. I just wonder if somebody hasn't rebuilt this thing, because it's got good compression. And valve cover, everything's just clean as a whistle. And you know, if it's got a bad cam lobe, maybe somebody put one of them Taiwanese cams in there and it died, you know. I'm just kind of speculating here. There's the rocker arm and the little bushing. She ain't bent, guys. She's straight. But I will tell you, it's pretty carboned up. So, yeah. There you go. That ain't the problem. So, since that's not the problem, I guess we can, I mean, it could be a collapsed lifter, I guess. But if you can't see that without pulling the intake off. And so, yeah. All right. Well, show you more. Well, that's that, I guess. I don't know. Well, I'll tell you something I do know. Tell me that ain't gonna work. I have decided that I'm going to use these rims right here, the wider ones. And I ordered my tires yesterday, so they ought to be in a few days. So I got these all painted up. You might have saw that on a short. And they're going to put new tires, new valve stems, and then I got to clean up. I got a set of these beauty rings here. They're kind of bent up, but they'll be all right. And I think that's what we're going to put on here. I do have the other ones back here that I originally got for this. I've got them on Marketplace for sale. But, you know, ain't a whole lot of takers. But, in fact, nobody has commented or even asked any questions about it. So, anyway, yeah, well, that's just the way it is. So what I want to do is I want to get these tires out of here and put in the back of my work van. And those tires I'm going to get out of the back of here, and we're going to go put them in the shed back here since I made some room after the yard sale. Let's just fill it back up again, you know. So I guess that's just what we'll do. Let's see if we can get these down out of here. We'll put them in the back of the van. Oh. These things, these are made in Korea. Korea. All right. Four more, three more. All right, the time has come. I've got Mama RC's van sitting out here behind the convertible. So, and I got the Chevy. I can put it in the garage, but if I put it in the garage, it's got to go all the way up to the front. And then there's not enough room to work because the toolboxes are up here and I've got no place else for them to go. So anyway, boards. Anyway, I'm probably not going to film a whole lot of this, but I'll kind of show you once I get to a certain point. You know, like I want to drain the oil out and look at the oil. I want to pull the radiator out and some things like that. So I'll kind of drop you in at certain points along the way, but you know, we got to take the intake manifold off the carburetor. The distributor's got to come out. I want to line it up on top dead center before I pull the distributor, so that when I tear it apart, then my timing mark should be in line. And not that I can't do it once it's there, but it's just easier for me if I do it that way. So I'll kind of drop you in from time to time and show you what's going on. And you know, Let's see if we can't make this thing like brand used. Now we are going to do this in some sort of logical fashion. So the first thing I'm going to do is, we know that this thermostat housing is broke and someone's glued it back together or JB welded it. So for sure we're going to take that off first, get this hose out of the way, get this out of the way. We're going to get the carburetor back off, and we're going to bring it up on top dead center, pull the distributor out of it, and then we're going to take the intake manifold off, and we're going to actually see down in there and see if we can see, you know, if that lobe is actually wiped out, or is it a, you know, it could be at this point, it still could be the lifter, you know, but you know, I highly doubt it. So anyway, so let me get that done, and then I'll bring you back, show you more. Well, as you can see, I barely got started here, but I needed some motivation. So I put my new wheels and tires on there. Well, actually, they're used wheels that I kind of worked on. You probably saw that in a short. Ben from over at OBS Ministries gave me those. And yeah, so, you know, got me some Copra Cubres on there, or whatever they are, Cooper Cubre, I don't know. They're made in Mexico, but I tell you what, I've run those tires for several years now on all these vehicles, and I really like them. And you know, they're very affordable, but you know, money's a big deal. So, you know, if I can get a tire like that for $100 cheaper than I can get a tire made by here in the United States, you know, that's what I'm going to do. Show you more. Okay, well, we got some of this tore down here a little bit. Let me get my fancy square body board moved over. And, let's see if I can. Okay, I went ahead and pulled this push rod out and took the rocker arm off. I want to rotate the engine so we can pull this, see if this lifter will pull up out of there. It's not too beat up on the end, it should come out. So, let's see what happens here. It's going to go right there. So it is definitely the cam. I don't know if I can get that lifter up out of there or not. I'll see. Show you more. Well, here's what the lifter looks like. She's a dip down in there pretty hard. I don't think I ever saw that. Usually they're, you know, worn clear off to where you can't even get them out of there. This pulled right up out of there. So, I don't know. But it's definitely not supposed to be concave like that. Yeah, so let's take a peek down in the hole and see if we see the lobe on the cam. Well, this thing ain't like a Ford. You can't look down in there and see it. But I can feel it. And it feels like it's got a, I mean, I can definitely tell it's got a raised area, and it's very smooth. Could that have happened just because it was tightened down too tight? I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? I've just never seen one. Usually when the camshaft is worn out like that, then it just wears that thing clear off on one side or something. But that doesn't seem to be the case here, so I don't know. I'm going to have to study on this a little bit. Show you more. Alright, well, I'll tell you what. Old RC's been out here industriing all day, and you know, we're down to the lifter, and wanted to make sure, I wanted to pull that out for her, tore the rest of it down. And you know, as you saw, that old thing is like this. Now, when I can't see down in there because of I'd have to pull the heads off, and I don't want to do that. So on a Ford, you know, you can kind of see down in there, but you can't see on this one. So anyway, yeah, so the old industry. I mean, I'm sweating. My old shirt is dirty, and you know, hey, but you guys know how it is. All right, so what I'm going to do is get back out here in the next day or so. I don't know, I got to go to Louisville tomorrow for a doctor's appointment, so probably won't get to work on it then. And I don't know what Tuesday's going to bring. And anyway, I'll show you more the next time we get out here, but I'm going to have to go ahead and tear down the front end of that engine, get the timing cover off, and I did buy a timing gear set in case we get into that one and it's bad. I suspect it would be, but I also suspect somebody's been in this engine before. So it could be that somebody put a new cam in this engine, because them lifters look almost brand new. And it just pulled right out of there. So, and it's clean as a whistle down in there. So I feel like somebody's put a new cam in this before. So we might find a new timing chain set, or a good one. I mean, so anyway, but I bought one just in case. And I did buy one of these too, because I talked about this being broke, and you can see right there, she's broke off on the corner, see? And they JB welded it. Of course, that wasn't going to work. What happens, guys, when you put that thermostat in there, if you don't get it down in that little seal, or that little ring, and you run this down there and crank her down, she's going to break on you. Anyway, with that said, I thought we got quite a bit of progress done today. We did get the wheels on the truck. You know, it's always nice to put some wheels. I mean, to me, I get, you know, sidetracked, and I get kind of, oh gosh, I don't want to work on it. But if I can do something that looks good, you know, makes it look good. So I thought, well, I had the wheels, so let's go get them put on there. Kind of motivated me to stay out here in this heat. You know, it's 85 degrees today, and get that tore down further. So anyway, I appreciate you coming along today, and I know the video was kind of short. We ain't got the cam out of it yet, but we'll get the cam going and get it put back in maybe on the next video. I don't know. We'll just have to see. This is my week. Next week is my week to work. So yeah, I'm kind of retired, but I'm still kind of finishing up some contracts that I had. So yeah, so I got a week's worth of work coming up here that I got to do. And anyway, thanks for coming along. You know, we're almost at 4,000 subscribers now. Our watch hours are way up, so that's all thanks to you guys. And yeah, I mean, it's starting to come together. It's been 16 years, you know, hacking away at this channel. So anyway, you know, because we make things like brand used here. I mean, we got no budget here. I mean, we should have, I guess, but we've got about $1,000 wrapped up in this truck, plus the tires. They were $720 some, I think, and that was getting rid of the old tires. So, and that's pretty expensive if any of you have done that lately. So, but anyway, so, you know, I'm trying to limit. I don't want to get too carried away with this, because we still got to put some metal in it so that, you know, the door doesn't fall off and stuff like that. So anyway, thanks for coming along. I know I'm talking too much at the end, but that's all right. I appreciate you guys, and gals, every one of you that watch. I would encourage you, if you haven't got subscribed, to do that, and, you know, reach up there and do a thumbs up, or do a thumbs down if you don't like it. I mean, keep commenting. I like the comments. The comments on this project have been really good, because you guys have really helped me. A lot of stuff I don't know about or have forgotten about that you guys have helped with. So anyway, just like always, we're making it just like brand used here, baby. Run, Tallulah, run! Hi, baby. Well, hey, it's Rick here, and today when I got home, had a gift sitting out there, it's not from Competition Cams because as I've told you, I just wasn't sure. I didn't want to go buy a Chinese-made cam and lifters because all of you out there and everybody that comments and tells me don't do that because it's about a 50% chance whether you're gonna get one that's any good. And I just don't have the money to go to a whole roller rocker system and change all that out. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and I thought, well, it'd be nice if I could find a used one, but I didn't know where to start looking. And then lo and behold, one of you out there contacted me and said, hey, I got a good used cam and lifters, and I'm going to send it to you. And I said, well, how much do you want for it? And this person was like, no, I don't want anything for it. I just want to support the channel. And I just got to tell you, that's that's kind of overwhelming to me that somebody would send me something like this, because I do need it. I was wanting to take that truck on power tour this year, which a lot of you know, and I've got the tires right now down there being mounted on the rims, but I can't drive it on 7 cylinders very easily. So I guess we're going to open this up and check it out because the box is damaged. I want to make sure it's all in there. But yeah, I guess I'm going to have to get out there and start ripping that thing apart and put this in there and see if we can get it running. So anyway, let's open this up and see what we got. So again, I just want to say a big thank you to Russell from Outfits Garage. He's one of the no-name 500 contenders from the first year, just like I was. And if you aren't subscribed to his channel, you should go check it out. He's just a really great guy. We stayed in the same hotel the last 2 years down there at the No Name Nationals, and he's a minister. He's a Christian. I don't know. You could just go on and on, but he's obviously very generous. So a big thanks to Russell. Go over there and check out him and all the other outfits. They've got projects going on if you like stock car racing, and I think his buddy there is going to be building a burnout truck out of an S10 or something. I don't know. There's all kinds of stuff going on over there. So go over and check them out and subscribe to them as well. So yeah, let's open this up and see what we got. Well, like I said, the box it's wet too. So, it's been raining, and luckily it's taped pretty good. But this hole right here kind of concerns me. So I want to make sure that, that it didn't fall out and bend it or something. So let's open her up here, and hopefully all the parts are still in here and it's not been too wet, because we'll spray it down with some oil if it is, or has been, or whatever. Well, we may spray it down anyway. Oh no, looks like the lifters are in a box separate, so that's good. That wasn't nothing there. Yeah, looks like it might have been exposed a little bit there, but I don't see anything. Oh yeah, it all looks good. Nice. Definitely we'll compare loads because yeah, mine definitely doesn't have, this one right here mine's got to be completely flat. Okay, so put this back in there. And then it looks like the lifters are here. And, oh yeah. Shoot, those things are clean. Okay, well, we'll get them soaking. And first thing we're going to do, though, is we're going to get that other one pulled out. All right, show you more.